Hey, it's Tuesday. We weren't muted all along. That's lucky.
Hello.
Good job. Good job. I didn't start singing to myself or anything, because we do that sort of thing.
You were muted. I just unmuted quite quickly this time.
I see. Okay. There we go. So Modder's doing a good job.
Yeah.
How are you, John?
Oh, swell. Just swell. So, yeah. So the plasterer and the chippy came back again today, so all that is looking a little bit better, getting closer to having the job finished.
Nice.
That's all right.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
The camera froze. The computer froze. Oh, there you go. Now you just got to paint it.
Yeah, I've just, as you can see on the floor, I've just got gack everywhere. Like some of it's not mine, but yeah. Well, I did look through the documents that came in the house today, found what colour, brand, code, all that is. So I'll get to painting that sometime.
Yeah.
But tomorrow I think I'll be up on the roof moving these fluoros. I don't particularly like where they are, so I'm just going to swap them around and it'll probably be worse. We'll see how that goes. How are you, Mike?
I'm all right. I'm looking very bright today. I think I need to turn the brightness down. There we go. Much better. Ooh, maybe a little bit too dark. There you go. Yeah, I'm good. I've spent the morning talking to Mr. Morris whilst also making some AI content for a game tomorrow, the Corporal's live stream.
Oh. I can't make that, by the way.
Sucks to be you.
Another thing's come up, so I'm going down to Sydney again tomorrow.
Yeah. It's fine, mate. Don't worry.
Family, you got to do stuff for them,
Yeah. No. Yeah. You do, because you're a good person.
Yeah. Hey, let's do some comments so we can get building.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
All right.
JT says, morning, girl. I love how you guys have several projects going on with every stream. I see some of the challenges you have building models. At least I know I'm not crazy. I'm a modeler.
Yeah. Patrick's in. He says, all quiet so far.
And he says, hi, John.
Yeah, John says, yes, ... on the Western Front.
Mm-hmm. And he says, hi, Patrick. All Quiet on the Western Front is a good book.
Really is. Yeah. Julian's in. He says, morning, all.
Morning, Julian. And he says, hi, JT and Patrick.
Patrick Clark agrees with all of us. It's a damn good book.
Yeah. JT says, Julian in the house.
Patrick says, hi, Julian. And then corrects it and says, Julian.
Bob says, good morrow, good peeps. Hello, Bob. I love the fact that he's even got Strand Beast as his picture.
Yeah. Duke's in. He says, g'day, all you beautiful people. Fairs, please.
Julian says, Birdsong by Sebastian Faulks is a fantastic book too. Cool.
Okay, don't know that one. Julian says, hiya, Bob.
Patrick says, hi, Bob and Duke.
JT says, I read The Killer Angels and saw Gettysburg. Martin Sheen as Lee was amazing. I also love Jeff Daniels' portrayal of Chamberlain. Okay.
That sounded like a redneck, didn't it? Bobba Duke. Bobba Duke. Julian says, evening, Duke.
And Julian says, hiya, Mikey, Tiff, and Nudge.
Yes. Patrick says, hi, Mikey, John, and Tiff. Hello.
Joe's in. He says, good morning / afternoon / evening to all. Not sure how long I'll be around. Our oldest dog, 16 years old, is having a tough time this morning. So off to the vet we go as soon as they open. Well, hope it all goes well, Joe.
Good age for a dog, that's 16 years. Patrick says, hi, Joe.
Julian says, hiya, Joe.
Joe says, hi, Patrick and Julian.
JT says, John, I hope you didn't get speckle dust everywhere. I really did. I was cleaning it up as we were going live. It's getting handfuls of. I've got plaster dust everywhere and plastic because I've been scraping. But it's everywhere.
June says, Mikey, you're not a good person. Might have to revoke your archangel status. Nah, only a good person could gather this great group together. That or a nurse. Wink.
Oh, Gino's in. He says, hello, Mikey, John, and Tiff. Have a nice stream.
Hello, Gino. And Julian says, hope all goes well at the vets, Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. The box I was working on yesterday, I've nearly finished it. I'll go on to the other camera. Might as well get rid of my ugly mug off the screen.
Yeah, I'll do the same. As a service to humanity.
There you go. So, yeah. I need to put that side on because I didn't get... It was like midnight by the time I finished it. But yeah.
Nice.
So then the boat will sit on there with a light under it. And that's completely out of focus. There you go. So sit on there like that.
Nice.
Should look all right, I think. Oh, I can put that down there. There we go. Oh, God. My camera's gone all wonky.
Julian says, hiya, Gino.
Yes. Gino says, hi, Julian.
JT says, fly fishers hope for a nice stream too. They're out for trout.
Duke says, I love the movies, Gettysburg, and Gods and Generals.
JT says, Sheen nailed Lee. Well,
did Lee notice?
Well, hopefully it's with consent. You never know.
Hopefully. Kay's just asked me to go and help with something. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No worries. Well, I'll make a start. So where we were last week is, I put the diff in place and yada yada. So today we've got all these linkages that get made up here, and then plonked in. The transmission drive goes in, and then it looks like the start on the wheels and what will be the dash, the firewall. So cracking on with that. Bring this in a bit. Do.
Come on, box, open.
Open, says me.
Yeah.
Right. I need BA and A.
June says that boat looks awesome, Mikey. Not just all right, guessing the boat across the river Styx. Yeah. JT says, C. Thomas Howell and Daniels were in Gods and Generals too. Didn't Robert Duvall play Lee? No idea. Never watched it.
No idea.
Not my kind of film, oh boy.
D. C, D, B, A. There we are.
So I missed a bit off the radiator. Oh no, I haven't got to that stage yet.
Well, that'd be why.
Super. I forgot I had this. Makes it a lot easier. I can put stuff on top of it so it's a much easier height to work at. And I'll bring some light over here. And I'll bring the camera over here too. There we go. Okay. Oh, crap. We're on that 0.3 millimeter linkage, aren't we?
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
boy.
We can do this, John. Need a ruler. I have a stick somewhere. Provided very kindly by Bob. Where are you, stick?
B. D.
There's a stick. There you go.
C.
I have a stick. Ooh.
BD.
Well, that stick is 0.3mm wire.
Oh, nice.
He didn't just send me a stick for no reason. Method in his madness. Duke says he did JT.
But that's Duval playing Lee. Oh. Oh, and JT says that Duval also did Stalin. That was a chilling movie. Yes.
You can understand why that one would be X-rated.
And Duke says he hasn't seen that one, JT. Would be a chilling movie.
So, length is 19mm. Where is my Kniffy? Yikes. Nearly stabbed myself. Don't do that, but that's just stupid. $19mm. How they expect it to be this precise, I don't know.
So I got a thing in the mail today, which I'll.
Ooh.
This is for the FX Lysander kit, and actually, something else. There's a guy at our model club who had heard that I got my hands on a TSR2 kit. So free of charge. So Steph, friend of the channel, had he had a couple of these in stock. These are the TSR2 ejection seats.
Yes.
By Airwave, so that's nice. But yeah, Mike at the clubs handed over. It was a Mark 43 nuclear bomb pack and resin for a TSR2, 1,000-pound Type N1 bombs, and a WE177B nuclear bomb pack.
Nice.
For TSR2. So that's all resin, and that comes with a fuel tank, extra fuel tank that goes into the weapons bay as well. So that's pretty cool. But what I got in the mail today was this one. So this is let me just move that box again. Ooh. So this is to convert the Lysander into an SD. The special duties, ones that all the spies sort of flew in and out of. Paris and all that sort of stuff. France during the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's really cool about this one, it comes with 4 schemes. So it's a D-Day one, Scheme B, which was RAF Tempsford, the standard sort of spy one, and then two of them from Burma. And it comes with the decals for those. There's nice. And you got this lovely little 3D print. So you've got the fuel tank showing there for the extended range.
Yes.
And a block of everything else. So it's all sort of stacked on. It looks like Tutankhamun's tomb at the moment, but yeah, everything's sort of just stacked up there. Oh, the ladder's separate. There we go. Isn't that a lovely little thing? You know?
It is. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and put it away before I break it.
Yes, good idea. One of your best ideas yet. How the hell are you supposed to bend at something at 0.6mm?
With skill and cunning.
Which I lack. Both. Duke says, Mikey, you duffer, that was 18.7mm. Dieter says, greetings from France. Hello. John says, Stalin was on HBO movie, I think, and Gettysburg was a Turner production. Ted Turner was had a big part as well as Ken Burns. I saw him at Penn State, Mont Alto area, rich in Civil War history. Cool. Timmy says, Busty. It is, buddy.
Hello, Tim.
JT says, we were on the other side of the mountain from Gettysburg. Cool. Nia says, howdy. Nia here. Hello, Nia. How are you doing, lovely?
Hello, Nia.
And she says, nice to see you all building again. It's nice to see you too, Nia, or hear from you. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your holidays. And thank you for your help with doing that award. Everyone was very impressed. Right, come on. That means we've got to be on best behavior now as well, because little Nia's here. Oh my god, I've actually done it at 1 millimeter. Okay. At least I think I have. Might not have done, but... Duke says, Hagrid, I hope that you are not lost in France. And Nia says she's building too. Yay, what are you building? Oops, daisy. Julian has put the link into Stalin Region 2 DVD. There you go. He loves having that moderator privilege, doesn't he? Bless him. Right.
I still haven't located my ceramic scraper. I'm not sure where it is. I've been lost it now for over a week.
Ah, have you eaten it?
Maybe.
Who knows? Nia says Hagrid is not lost yet. Ha ha ha. Not lost, just slightly confused. Alex Johnson says, good evening, everyone. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the channel.
Hello.
How are you? Right. 5.3 millimeters. Good gravy. It's going to be between 5 and probably 7. Because I'm not that accurate. What is it? It's a dog's leg, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So, oops, too far. And Nia says, hello, Alex. Ooh. There you go. And Julian says, hi, Alex. They're a very welcoming bunch here. 1.2 millimeters. Creeps. Creeps. Bob says, I hope I sent enough brass rods to cover F-ups. Yes. I'm sure you have, buddy. Thank you very much. JT says, any good films in Field Marshal Montgomery? They did films on Patton and curious about any of Erwin Rommel. Well, they did a film called The Desert Fox about Erwin Rommel. That was a good film. It's on YouTube as well. I know because I was watching it the other night. Nia says, by the way, I'm building a scale 75 with Heather Crowley. There we go. Nice. Jig says, I really should stop putting song references in chat. Yes, you should. JT says, Cluster Fs. Yeah. Nia, I'm not explaining what that means. Leave that to your dad. Right. Out loud. Right. I don't think this is going to be too far off, actually.
Your bending and manipulating wire.
Yeah. It's not going to be far off. There you go. Don't know if you can see that. I need to straighten it up a little bit. There you go. Down a little bit. Right there. There you go. It's not far off, I don't think.
Yeah, it's small.
Focus. Where's my camera remote? There it is. There you go.
Nice.
It's not far off. Cool. Let's check it against the diagram. There you go. To scale. Oh, wait, no, it's supposed to be 2 pieces. What? Makes no sense. JT says cluster F is a marine term. Heard it as, it's not a marine term. It's a term used all over the world. It's just, I'm not explaining it to a 9-year-old. That's not my place. Bob says, Monty movies. I was Monty's double. Yeah. Oh, I bent it the wrong way. I'll just bend that one back the other way. Dita says, scale 75, which is figurine called Heather Crowley on a broomstick with an owl flying helmet on said owl. Ah.
Right.
Now we get it. Jay says, F is literally the F word. Yes, I gathered that. Laugh aloud. Sounds so silly censoring myself. Yeah. Don't worry, we know what you mean. Julian says, the phrase Bob's your uncle apparently traces to a government minister, Robert Asquith, in the 1800s, appointing his nephew, who is utterly useless, to a government post. Bob was indeed his uncle. There we go.
There you go.
Deet says, laugh out loud, flying helmet, LO reference. Yes. Bob says, meds have head wrong today. Might disappear intermittently. Sure. The bad spelling. No problems, buddy. Don't worry. Junior says, I have zero clue who the heck Fanny was. Yeah. Bob says, plan an elevation view of the same piece. Magic Mikey. Yes. John says, sorry, didn't know if you guys knew. Yeah. Yeah, don't forget we're both ex-military anyway. So we are pretty au fait with military terms. Oh, well that broke off. I'll redo that then, shall I? But saying that, look, I think that's slightly long anyway. It was. Okay. Actually, I've got that 1.2 millimeter dog leg. Pretty much perfect.
Wow.
Sweet. JT says, funny how you guys say you understand after I chat and before the comment is read. Not really. Like I said, we're both ex-military. And I'm just reading the comments out as they come up. And I can see the comments ahead of time anyway. Dita says, I explained CF Snafu Fubart in here. Yeah. Bob says, see, I knew spare rod would be needed. Funnily enough, it doesn't appear it's going to be, if I get this right now. Right, so just look at this. I turn that over. So that needs to go that way. Deed says, Fanny was name of Renault, his mother-in-law. JT says, spare the rod, spoil the modeler. Bob says, note the amount of bent brass rod on my bench could double as a wren's nest.
35.
Very good. Right. So that is that end. So it needs to go that way. Cool. Deed says Renault, René à toi rather. There we go. Junior says, no JT, spare the rod, let the modeler use it for scratch building. You're very quiet today, John.
I am. I'm just concentrating. It's very small leakages here.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. It's silly small, isn't it? Right. Especially for something we're probably never going to see again. Okay. Right. I think that's about right. JT says, lol, Julian. Julian says, Hagrid, I'm using auto coconut screwed up René Atwa. There we go. Delightful. Right.
Okay. Let's see how this goes together.
So A44. Sprue A. And where is Sprue 44? There. Oh my good God. All right. They're not making this easy. Dieter says, my dad is gone for some mail, so no dad jokes anymore. Very good, Neil. JT says, you guys do have polish, it shows. I never knew you guys used the same military slang we used, learning something new every day. Well, don't forget we work with Americans as well. And a lot of squaddies are pretty much the same sense of humor. Okay, right. So, part 44 is on the desk somewhere. It's so small I can't bloody well see it. Bob says, I've been making I am an idiot noises. Throttle linkage is a push rod, not an assumed pull rod. Yeah. There it is. Joe says, I used about 5 gallons or pounds of sprue goo on the wings on my Airfix Bristol Blenheim Mark 1. There is. It's fixed. Ha 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 ha. Nia says, my dad got confused. Oh, bless him. Are you going to tell us a joke, Nia? Julian says, dad jokes in English means just very bad jokes, Nia. Slightly worse than mine. Right, okay. It's going to be a right pain in the butt. So then that linkage glues onto there. Oh my God, that's ridiculously small. So we need some super glue. Or glid super. JT said coffee is making me perk up. Good. Tiff says, that's what she said, Mikey. I don't know what you mean. Come on. Crap. Device. No. Gosh darn it. Bob says, also, the bump stops for rear axle are not the modern rubber type to be painted rubber black, but are conical collapsing springs. And I can't remember the correct term for. Yeah. So I just sprayed the whole thing black for now.
Yeah.
I shall detail it later. Hey, it worked. There's a tool for every job. And every job has a tool. It's usually the apprentice. Come on. Right, that'll do. Yeah, it'll do. Which way around does that go? That way. This is horrible.
Hacker's asking if you meant the conical suspension is the leaf suspension. Not so much. So what we're talking about here is you can see the leaf suspension here. We're talking about this little other dark bit in there. Black on black, but I'll always focus. See if that helps. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that bit there is, it looks like spring steel, just sort of twisted around itself and then extended through the center. So yeah, it's like a bump stop for the diff.
Oh God, I can't get this to stay steady enough.
Tiff is saying usually the apprentice. In our case, it's John. Emoji laugh, emoji laugh. Yes. Represent. Oh, and JT is saying apprentice. Dark side is he. Yeah. All in good fun, John. I know, Tiff. Julian is saying, if Nodge is the apprentice, Tiff, does that make Paul or Mikey his mentor?
Sorry, just having a chat with Kay.
Yep, that's fine. Right, so second linkage. So these are all, I'm not even sure where these sort of hook up yet. Oh. Oh, these are torsion rods, I think. Yeah. Okay. That way, that way. Okay, so that's A done. That's B done. Now C, A26. Sorry, 28. That one there. And BA10.
Sorry, Kay was just a little bit upset.
Okay. Shira?
Yeah, should be fine. Okay, now I've lost the brass rod. Where's that gone? Can't see because it's reflecting. No.
JT is saying Julian is Paul or Mikey his mentor, and JT is saying he's Padawan. I'd be their Padawan.
Yeah. This little brass linkage does not want to glue to this bloody piece of plastic. I think I need to use Bostik maybe. If I can find the bloody linkage again. I've got to put it down, I can't find it now.
JT is saying John and Mikey with a lightsaber would be cool. It would make attaching one part to another easier, wouldn't it? You stick it there and job done.
Don't know how accurate it would be.
Hagrid is doing a pair of hawks, 1/72 scale. Idea is near, and I will trade them around and do creative colouring therapy. You do say that scale modelling is therapeutic, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Julian says, the farce is strong in this one, JT.
I found it.
Oh, no. Jim's in. He's saying greetings to all in chat and on screen.
Hey, Jim. You wonderful person.
JT is saying Tiff with the Leia Cinnabons would be funny. I did try Cinnabons. Very sweet.
Yeah.
Alex is saying greetings, Jim.
Very cinnamony.
And Bob is saying it all looks so big and easy in the instruction book. Yeah, my tweezers have developed wings a few times. Yep. Things look larger and easy to do here. And then you look at the parts themselves and you just go, yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah. Right, if I put that there, I can see where it is. I'm going to put a blob of Bostik on it.
Julian's saying, morning, Jim striped skunk.
Shit, that's too much Bostik. Oh,
no.
Well, that's fun.
Jim is saying, hello, Alex. Oh, I don't have a latex glove handy. You're lucky. And Tiff says, I don't have enough hair for that, JT.
Right.
And Jim is saying, greetings, Julian.
Get off. That's close enough. Right. You? Nope. Oh, man alive. Right. I'm not good at doing little finicky things. I'm not built for this. Well, come on, stop sticking to everything but the bloody rod.
So builders here today were looking around my model bench and just say, how long does it take to make one of these things? And I said, various. They're just, they can take weeks, if not months. But, the plasterer said, I wouldn't have the patience to do any of this. And I thought, well, you're plastering a wall. Of course you've got patience. You'll be back tomorrow and do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be fine. Just try it.
Do your builders actually do any work?
Well, yeah, I'm paying them to.
Yeah. Are you paying them by the hour by any chance?
No, there's fixed price. They're very efficient. Yeah, really good. Well, if I need to, I'll use them again.
Excellent.
Okay, that's trimmed.
This looks bloody awful.
Jim is saying, pardon my late appearance, I'm having a bad hair day. Yeah. JT is saying, Tiff, I laughed at that scene in Spaceballs when Vespa had the Leia Cinnabons as headphones. That was good. And he's saying, Jim, go bald and never have a bad hair day again. Well, he's one step ahead of you there. And Tiff is saying, never seen a JT. Oh, Spaceballs.
Tiff hasn't seen anything. She's never looked at a telly in her life. Well, she looks at a telly and then wonders what it does.
Okay.
It's something where the magic story box comes on.
Very good. Bob saying little equals mini. Finicky is an art to achieve. Hence, mini art is a little finicky.
Yes.
I followed the bouncing ball there. That's good.
Oh.
JT says, Tiff, you would laugh. Great Mel Brooks sci-fi spoof.
Right. I'm calling that little part done, and I don't care that it looks like crap.
Okay.
I got the measurements right and everything. It's just trying to glue a little tiny piece of brass rod onto a little tiny piece of plastic doesn't work very well.
Yeah. Well, I have not attempted that stunt yet. All right.
Good luck.
Look at my little linkages. So make... So as you see, I've made them A, B, and C, and they go there, and A and B go together.
Radio part and everything, then, have you?
Yeah, I've skipped mounting the radiator and the firewall. I'll do that in a minute. I just want to get these linkages on so they dry while I do those bits.
Fair enough. Yeah. Oh, my daughter went to watch the new Naked Gun film yesterday.
All right.
She said it was unbearable.
Yeah?
Yeah. Said they went because it's supposed to be funny. I said it wasn't. It was crap. But she wasn't. I don't think she'd really been into the original ones anyway. So she's more into horror and things. Tiff says she prefers books. JT says, I wish I could sit and read. ADHD makes it tough. Yeah. I haven't got ADHD, but I have found that lately. My mind's too easily distracted. Alex Johnson says, thoughts on audiobooks? Good question. Can't say I've ever used one, to be honest.
As in asking for what should you read or the medium itself?
I think the medium itself. What are your thoughts on it, John?
I don't really. The drives I'd go for, if I go to Sydney or whatever, I tend to listen to podcasts, not audiobooks per se. I've done one just because I could. It was a Aubrey Maturin one, Desolation Island.
I'm going to paint that first. Yeah, sorry.
And it was fantastic. I loved it because all the accents and everything else. It's really well done.
I'm going to paint this radiator and stuff and the engine first before I move on.
Yeah, I reckon I'll be doing that. But I've got some stuff moved around the garage. I don't know if I can access the booth so well at the moment.
How much the radiator is showing? Oh, it'll show me on the book. Yeah, all of it, except from the back. Cool. JT says, I used to listen. I tried listening to audiobooks, but I don't think it's the same. I like being able to turn the pages and stuff like that. I'm quite a tactile person. JT says, got me through college. Joe says, same here, John. You'd think at 63 years of age I'd be able to. I can't sit and watch movies or read. I can, but my brain's working constantly, so I'm too tired a lot of the time. Tiff says, I have the Sherlock books in audiobooks. I listen whilst modelling sometimes.
Very good.
JT says, the worst for me was the lecture hall, humming lights and the most disgusting paint. No windows for 2 hours, no breaks, sensory deprivation chamber. Yeah.
Well.
JT says, Joe makes me feel better. Ooh. Julian says, Joey Essex was on I'm a Celeb once. He didn't know watches tell the time. He thought they were just jewelry. Darwin was misunderstood. Instead of fittest, it's survival of the thickest. Tiff says, the Lord of the Rings books are good on audiobooks. JT says, Mikey, books read by Morgan Freeman. That'd just be like listening to the voice of God, wouldn't it? If you might as well just listen to the Bible in Morgan Freeman's voice. Dieter says, modelling outside and it's raining again. Oh dear, that's not good. June says, I do my reading on a Kindle now. Eyesight not good enough for reading. You can always get large print books. Jim says, regards audiobooks, I agree with Mikey. Much prefer having the book to read and turn the pages, etc. Yeah. And they look bloody good as decoration in the room.
They do.
Dieter says, used to do audiobooks, or that could be Near, I'm not sure. Used to do audiobooks on occasion. That might be Dieter and Near. Who knows? Right. Ooh, metal colour paints. Yay. Right, where are you? You are not there. There you are. Right. Alex says, having a good narrator helps, especially the iconic actors from the roles. Andy Serkis for The Lord of the Rings, David Suchet for Poirot, and Benedict Cumberbatch for Sherlock Holmes. Nice.
It would be right.
Bob says, Kindle has been a saviour for me. Font size adjustable for tiring eyes and bookshelf reduced in size. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a Kindle for years and I think they're great.
I've never had one.
I'm on to my second. First one died an overused death. Just like the Dyson vacuum cleaner yesterday. It had a brown smell and stopped doing what we asked it to.
Is that your excuse for not doing the housework, John, while she's away?
Well, it was, the builders sort of like, have you got a problem with the vacuum cleaner? I said, no, why? And they showed me, I said, well, do now.
I mean, oh.
Yeah, so I need to replace it, but obviously I think, I'll wait for Bron to get home so she can have a say in it, because, we both use it. Oh, yeah. Come on, get on there.
Ooh, what colour shall I do the radiator? Because I know it would have been aluminium. What sort of aluminium? Dieter says it's Hagrid now. Near had better spelling, dude. JT says reference has shorter info and easier to read. Yeah. Jim says, JT, do you recall that Morgan Freeman was the easy reader from the PBS children's show, The Electric Company? Julian says, Tiff, the Lord of the Rings audiobooks are great. The Hobbit, not so much. All the actors just read every character in upper-class English voices. Very jarring. Yeah. Dieter, I agree, prefer actual book anytime. But when on the road, well, yeah, that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Bob says, Drop beaten by King of the Heathens for similar comments. Great minds think alike. I think white aluminium would be about right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Give that a go, shall we?
Why not?
Yeah. JT says, I remember The Electric Company. I do. Manweb. British Power. Scottish Power. It's another one.
Tiff says, The Lord of the Rings is read by Andy Serkis, a.k.a. Gollum.
There you go.
And Julie says the Lord of the Rings audio books I have predate the movies. Character voices and accents really good.
Jim says, JT to the punch. Can't burn the Kindle on both ends. Tim says, rule number 1, electrical appliances, John. Don't let the smoke out.
Yes. Bit of a shame, that.
Don't let the smoke out. Oop, oop, oop.
Oh, I can sing that.
Dieter says, Near has not my fat fingers. Or MS either. Yeah. That's because Near's awesome. Julian says, Bob, small ones have too. Dieter says, MS missing signs. I think I need to clean this. Jim says, no, John says, Jim, do you have to worry about eye strain with Kindle? Monitors and devices can cause eye strain. Yeah. They have like a filter on the screen, don't they? To help reduce the glare, and they have no blue lights and things.
Yeah, Kindles are really good because you can read them in bright sunlight and they don't cause your eyes to sort of hurt.
Yeah.
So you can't really read an iPad or certain devices in bright sun. The Kindle, It's fantastic. Certainly the paperwhite ones.
John, I can't bother cleaning this right now, so I will just get rid of the most bits and use the other side. Because I can. Because it's mine and I'm lazy. And it makes for a really boring show watching somebody clean a pink palette. Julian, well, you can burn a Kindle at both ends, but you just can't handle the electrical fire. Have a handheld electrical fire. There we go. Bob says, one disadvantage discovered with Kindle is they don't like taking baths. No, sir.
No.
A common problem to most electrical appliances.
Yeah.
Jim says, my endurance time on front of a computer screen is about 20 to 30 minutes tops before my eyes need a break. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It'll be alright. Dieter says, hope Kindle's dude. Lol. June says, I have a Kindle Paperwhite and you can adjust the brightness and font size.
And they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea what this bit does, but it does it very well.
John says, I do have sensitivity to light sometimes. When I worked, I used to be comfortable with the lights off in front of a computer. Then my boss would turn the lights on deliberately. Glare got me. Yeah, when I'm on the computer, I always have everything set to dark settings.
Yeah, so
anything else, and it just hurts my eyes and my head. Bob says, Julian, snap again. Dieter says, holding up a Kindle to you all.
Nice dad type pun there.
John says, we also had the hum from bad ballast in the lights. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be the 60 hertz hum for you.
Julian says, not getting wet is disliked by all electrical appliances. That explains the sparking when I made toast in the bath.
No, don't go there. Okay.
Bob says, also got a Kobo that has Sudoku built in. I've got a Kobo, or I had one. I don't know if I still got it. But I rarely used it. Like I say, I like using books. JT says, the hum from lights would annoy anyone. Yeah, I have my fan going all the time when I'm in here, especially this time of year. That can get a little bit annoying sometimes. But I worry not. You get used to it. I think the problem is if it's in an environment that you're not used to being in all the time. So that's one of the things we're saying. You know, on that I was watching documentaries about that. The lighthouse keepers.
Yes.
One thing they're saying is that the foghorns are obviously really, really loud, but because they, especially in the autumn and spring, because they were using them all the time and they were used to it, they barely noticed it. And when obviously because it went off every minute or something like that, in between, they'd actually go, oh, hang on, if I switch the foghorn on, and then they'd hear it go off again. Because they'd forget that they switched it on. It's strange what the mind can blank out when it wants to.
Well, it's just my daughter being able to sleep through all the building here yesterday. They're loud.
Is that by any chance your teenage daughter?
Well, she's not a teenager anymore. She's 25.
Ah. No excuse then. Oh, yeah, that's about right. White aluminium. That looks good. Okay. Jim says, speaking of reading, continuing on the book Dreadnought, I've very interesting and fascinating read about the history of British politics, politicians, military and royalty from roughly 1860 to 1914.
Yeah.
Very good, Jim.
Interesting time to read about, yeah.
Yeah. Joe says, okay, time to go to vet. See you all next live stream. Enjoyed it. All right, see you later, buddy.
Cheers.
Don't forget, we've got Corporal's Club tomorrow. Jimmy says, I'm thinking of the follow-up to Elton John's hit was the less successful Kindle in the Wind. Yeah, okay, that's a dad joke. Yes.
Yeah.
Julian is an expert at dad jokes. JT says, John was the nicest garage I ever saw. I thought there was carpet on the floor, amazingly clean, despite the dust from work.
Well, yeah, and let me just show you how much of a mess the floor is at the moment. Let's turn this around, change the camera.
Ooh, water.
With no vacuum cleaner. Oh, you can see there's gyprock plasterboard material there, but you can see, I've just got, oh my God, it's a mess. Just plaster dust everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Did you go, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber, mate?
No, I did not.
JT says,
Sorry.
Yeah. Kindle burned out long before the legend ever did. Jim says, Julian, are you here all week? Oh, God, I hope not. Of course he is. He is moderator Julian. He's contractually obliged to be here. He wouldn't want to be here otherwise. Do you know what? These paints settle really nice.
Oh, okay. What's next? More of the same. BA36. Yeah. 34. 36.
Julian says, sadly for you lot, yes I am Jim, and the Corporal stream tomorrow, you have been warned. Yes. JT says there are two modders. Yes. There's modders in charge of YouTube and modders in charge of StreamYard. Well, modders and co-modders. Modmin and modders. There we go. Jim says, Julian, smiley face and winky face. Ooh. So yeah, Tiff is modmin, Julian is modders. Or moderator. Junior says deputy modders. Yeah. That works. Oh, shit. Oh, speaking of modders, mod administrator.
Shit.
Ew, dude.
I know, that's why I hesitated.
We have children watching. This is a family show, don't you know?
Anyway.
Yes. Mod administrator of StreamYard. You may notice I put some banners in the thing yesterday. So feel free to put them up at any point. I forgot to tell you. Because I'm a dunderhead. There you go. So, yeah. Right. So, what's everyone working on today other than John? For I know what he works upon. Ooh, sounds like my CDs have just turned up. I think. Possibly. There you go. 2 seconds. No, maybe not.
Tiff, could you bring up the last comment there, please? Bob saying almost performed a major boo-boo on the gearbox. That's a horrible. There's a horrible scene to remove, I thought, and then realised that it's meant to be there. Real life casting joint with nuts and bolts. Ah, okay. So part. Are you mentioning A55? Julian says, yes, but you're our dunderhead, Mikey, and you wouldn't have you any other way, nor would the nurse. It would confuse her.
Thank you, buddy. I think. I think that's a compliment. So that's how I'll take it.
Yeah, sure.
JT says, I'm going to ask a model question. Whoa! Did the bus use a chain for the differential like early vehicles? No, we used a worm gear.
Ooh. There you go.
It was quite unusual in that respect. And that's part of why they were so robust. Bob says A20, A37, and A40. Bingo!
Okay. I think I'll need to go back and have a look at that. Ah, yes. Okay. So Bob's talking about these ones here. So the build-up of the
the
transfer case, yeah.
Yeah.
A40, A37 on the sides, A20 on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Eek. Bob says, sorry, Alpha 2-1. So it's a nice quiet stream today.
Sure is.
But that's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's nice to have a nice chill session. Chill with our people. So what are people doing with the rest of the day then? I know John and Tim are probably going to sleep pretty soon after this.
Yeah, I'll be a good boy today.
Yeah.
I want to get some electrical work done before the builders turn up.
Yeah. I was going to say, why did Bron ring you up and tell you, get to bed? I may be at the other side of the world, but I still know what you're doing. JT says, I like parts Romeo 2 and Delta 2. There we go. Tiff says she's going to be doing housework. Duke says, I'm working on the Bristol Scout. Lovely kit. Ooh, sounds interesting. Patrick says he'll be sleeping. Bigfoot says, I just finished a C-47 Dakota, 172nd Italeri. Mars Attacks painting by Mobius. B12 172nd Special Hobby waiting for paint. Dora Wings Curtis Wright 89 Jeep. Waiting for paint and filling and sanding and fill. Cool. I've got a 172nd Dakota to do at some point. Bob says, JT, there are enough frames for a Romeo frame, but weird labeling prevented that. Yeah. JT says, physical therapy for my back. Jim says, when brush painting Vallejo or AK third generation water-based acrylics, I mix a couple of eyedroppers, a bit of water into the paint. Paint goes on so much smoother and easier. Yeah. I just put a bit of water in the other bit there and just wet the brush now and again. Duke says, I'm staying up late getting adjusted for my night shift tomorrow. Bigfoot says, Eng and sanding B-52G Strato Fortress. Ooh, that's going to be a big kit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Are you doing the smoke trails behind it? Patrick says, having to cheat a bit, use Bravo Alpha 8 for Alpha as I have lost Bravo Alpha 9. There we go. I'm not sure I got to that bit yet. Julian says, I'll be going through the MP3s I recorded of some 33 and splitting them into individual tracks. Currently all just side 1 and side 2 files. Alex says, catching up on housework after being at QMHE all weekend. Ooh.
It's Queensland Model and Hobbies Expo.
So he's one of your lot.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Yeah, the last weekend it was the Queensland's turn to have a show. And a friend of the channel, Black Hat Skull Models, was there doing a presentation on weathering.
Oh, yeah, Black Hat. I like Black Hat. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Jim says, even in 1/44th scale, the B-52 is a big model. Yeah. In Duxford, they used to have a B-52 hung off the ceiling. Bigfoot says, I'm building a Sterling Mark III 172 Italeri. Bloody hell.
I think. I'm trying to remember if it's on the ceiling. I know. I think it's an F-15 hanging from the ceiling over the B-52.
Yeah. Possibly. I mean, I was a kid when last time I went there.
Yeah.
Was it,
Oh, there we go.
Or was it Cosford? I can't remember.
Duxford. So that's why it's really hard to see, but yeah. Look, the skull modelling twins are there in front of the B52 with an F15 above it.
There we go.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like all that. A10. Spad 13. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. There's Mustang at the back. It's really nice. Americans have done a wonderful job there. Stearman, Mitchell. Yeah. All the actual aircraft. Yeah, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bob, looking at BA8 and BA9, so that's the way C comes out there on the side there. And if you're missing one of those horseshoe things at the end of the of that torsion rod, I don't think you'd notice, quite frankly. Yeah, because the other side has two of them, but they have two rods, whereas C has one rod and two linkages. So yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. You'll be fine. Close it up and you'll never see it again anyway.
Next crazy linkage is a
there you go.
51.
Radiator I will do in gunmetal, I think. Bigfoot says, very cold at the minute. JT says, Model Expo would bring home a kit for sale. Karen would roll her eyes and laugh, asking me what it cost. What have you got now? Julian says, on the plus side, I'm learning how to use Audacity, freeware audio editing software. On the minus side, it's chuffing tedious. Well, you chose to learn it. Stu Sprue says, priming day using Kaleido Primer for the first time. Nice.
Oh. How's that working out for you?
It's nice seeing new people coming back. I like it. I'm not sure why they come back, but hey. With our insanity. Bigfoot says, cool. Indeed. Duke says, Black Hat won a gold medal for one of his kits. I think it was the 1/16th kit. I have to look to see what it was.
It was I think it was an M113.
Duke says, no, I just read that one. John says, I would be drooling over the planes. Nice. Jim says, the same two subjects for me. SDKF said 250 and a Tamiya HE at 162. Nice.
Oh,
and Duke says it was indeed the M113 Alpha 1 Foxtrot Sierra Victor.
Very cool. Here's a model that I really like. This is my darling wife in Helsinki.
Ah. There we go. She looks like she's very happy without you.
Wouldn't you be?
Yes. No. I mean,
sorry.
You're not supposed to answer, you bastard. Bob says, oh Lord, he forgot to lube. Rectified. God. It even says it at the bottom. Stu spread. No. Stu doesn't spread. Stu says, John, I'm a fan of the primer using black. Made a bloody mess decanting it though. Ah.
Oh.
Sorry. It's because I was reading Stu Sprues and trying to say says at the same time. So it came out with Stu Spreads. Jim says, I'm resting the right knee this week. Possible muscle or ligament strain there. Ah. Yeah, get it rested, mate. Stu says, I came back because I had nothing better to do. Well, that explains it. Thank you for coming back. When you have nothing better to do. Bigfoot loving the modeller's syndrome. Oh god, yeah. Modeller's dissident. That was cool. Yeah. Yeah, we're not. Wait, John's a really good model, but
stop it.
I'm not. I'm just here for the crazy. I get all my crazy out on here, then that way I can be normal in the real world. Stu says, if only the Welsh could speak English. Funnily enough, right, I was looking at the stats and the analytics last night, and apparently the first most common caption first, the subtitles. The first most common translation for the subtitles is English.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I blame you and your non-existent accent.
Accent? Well,
yes.
Maybe it's baffling by not having an accent. It's throwing people off.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to learn an accent, mate.
Oh, I can't do tips.
Who says? Tiff does. She loves it, really. June says, au contraire, Mikey, dear boy. I didn't choose to learn Audacity. It's the best tool for the job. It's the number of 33s that's tedious. Yes. Oh. And there it goes again. Ooh. There we go. Tiff says, no, Mikey, I really don't. You'll be all right, mothers. What do you know why?
I need to find that ceramic scraper. This is just...
That's what she said. JT says, if I want an accent, I would want to have it to be James Earl Jones. He had that voice. Yeah. Shit. Julian says, nor can Mikey nudge. Do Tiff's voice or accent, that is.
Yeah, it's just so much easier not having to deal with an accent, you know.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Does make it harder to catch the sheep, though.
Don't mistake me for a New Zealander.
Oh, saying that, a friend of the channel who's from New Zealand does have a profile picture of him holding a sheep.
In a suggestive way?
No, more of a carrying way, but yeah. It fits.
Lovely.
Julian says, or mine apparently.
Oh yeah, accents. Heathen accent.
Yeah, I can't do heathen. We got a lot of heathens in this channel, haven't we? Well, how many have we got now? Julian, King of the Heathens. How many South Walians have we got in here now? How many of your minions? JT says, my accent goes from New York to slight German one after speaking German. Around my in-laws in Pennsylvania, I am busted on with a New York accent. There we go. Yeah. When we used to go and visit a family in St. Helens, our cousins always used to make fun of us, saying that we were really posh because we didn't have a St. Helens accent. And I always said, good, because St. Helens accent's bloody awful. Duke says it's probably all of the Gary's South Korean friends using subtitles. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, maybe. You never know.
Julian says, you can't do heathens, Mikey. Is that a bylaw I don't know about? Very funny. Right. So now, that's not looking too bad, actually. Maybe smooth it out a bit. Jeff, ooh, someone new in. Hello. Jeff's Train World and HO and O Gauge says, hello. Hello, Jeff. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Hello, Jeff, and welcome.
John says, PA accents, syrup. New Jersey accents, sear up. There you go. Oh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that makes sense. Jeff says, what's up, guys? Not much. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. If you haven't watched before, we do a different stream 4 days a week, except from this week when we've got 5, because we've got the Corporals Club tomorrow, which is the members' sort of highest member tier live stream. Yeah. We do 4 live streams a week. So Monday we have a normal just panel session where we all just chat crap and make whatever models we happen to be working on. Tuesdays we're working on the Omnibus with me and Mr. Marley, who's over there. Thursdays we are working on the SAS Jeep with Mr. Morris at the minute. Fridays we are working on the Jag Panther with Gary Evans and Timmy. So yeah, welcome to the channel. Oh, there we go. Jeff's from Illinois.
Ah.
So Jim will have a friend.
Yeah.
There we go. Because Jim's from Chicago. Where's my gun now? Jim says, James Earl Jones, great voice, as did Orson Welles, Sir Laurence Olivier, many others, but no need to list them here. There we go. Tiff has put up the Discord link. If you want to join, feel free. They have lots of different conversations there. Tim does a much better sort of promotion for that. I might record him doing that or something one day. JT says, we call it soda and parts of Pennsylvania do. Southern Pennsylvania call it pop. Cold pop. Yeah, we call it pop. Soda is a specific drink that's added to other things. It's what we call a mixer. Julian says, I've lost my accent over the years. Used to be very strong South Walian. 14 years on phone-based jobs, I developed a neutral phone voice. You've still got a bloody South Walian accent. Even I can hear that. Jim says, hello, Jeff. We're in Illinois. I'm in Kendall County. Ooh, Kendall mint cake. Ooh. Oh, don't start that motorbike up now, you prat.
Oh, and John's reminding us of Fran Drescher's accent.
Oh, God, that was horrible. Jeff says, hi, Jim. And he says, Kane County, St. Charles. Nice. John says, Pennsylvania, people leaves infinitives out. Oh, sod off with that motorbike.
He is.
You haven't even got a license. He's got no license, no insurance, no MOT, and most of the time, no helmet. And yet, he still rides around the streets, and he doesn't get picked up by the police because he's an idiot. JT says, PA, infinitives out, needs fixed. Yeah. Jim says, I'm in Oswego. Jeff says, not far then. Yeah. Tiff says, be careful not to reveal too much on where you live. Yeah, you don't want to dox yourself. June says, laugh aloud. I replied, oi, to that, Mikey. And then I thought, oh, yeah, sounds Welsh. Ooh, too much. There we go. Jim says, Jeff, visit St. Charles for the Arcada Theatre. Great venue for concerts and films. There we go. Jim says, Hasta Oswego. No, John says, Jim. Hasta Oswego.
Alrighty, get this linkage on. The correct way around.
Yeah. Jeff says, yep, I know who owns it. I used to work on the building. Oh, cool.
Oh, there you go.
And he says, hi, John. I'm taking he means it, JT, because no one wants to talk to us. Don't mind us, we're just the hosts. I'm only joking. Talk away, talk away. That's what it's all about, having fun, getting to know people, making friends. Whilst you do a bit of scale modelling. JT says, at least I don't sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. But you wouldn't. You're not Austrian. Jeff says, hi, Julian and Tiff. He is. Yeah, they're the moderators. Julian says, hi, Jeff. Kevin's in. He says, good day, everyone. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Jim says, JT, I'll be back. Jeff says, hi, Kevin. Tiff says, hello, Jeff. I do apologize. I'm always here just dealing with StreamYard comments. Sorry, Tiff.
Yeah, I think we're all sorry. All right, transmission case time.
Yeah.
Where is that? Oh, no.
Tiff is the glue that keeps us together and professional, obviously. Not. Jeff says, okay, nice. Julian says, Mikey, we never mind you. Helpful look. Tiff says, why do you always seem to make me posh English? Because it sounds better than all the accents that I could do. Julian says, laugh my ass off, Nodge. Indeed, we are. Jim says Schwarzenegger's first film was a voiceover due to his strong Austrian accent. Jeff says, you in the UK, Tiff? She is indeed. She is indeed. A lot of us in here in the UK, to be fair. Is that from John, Tim, Duke, Callum, Jim, JT, and Jeff. Tiff says, yep, I'm northeast of England. There we go. JT says, the interesting part is if you say something accidentally to make someone upset, you are still seen as a friend. That's an important thing because it shows us learning to understand each other. Yeah. Jeff says, nice. Yeah. Jim says, Mel Gibson was voiced over in Mad Max, not in the next film, The Road Warrior. Ah.
Was he? That must have been the American version because he sounds very Australian in the one that I've seen.
You mean he doesn't sound like he's got an accent to you?
No, of course he doesn't have an accent. He's an Australian American.
Jeff says, I've been there last time. Last time he went there was visiting Ireland. Nice. I've never been to Ireland.
I have.
Oh, no. Well, when we were in the forces, we were told not to go there unless it was on deployments. Because if they found out you're armed forces, then there's a good chance you'd get kidnapped and stuff. So yeah, we didn't go there. And then when I left, I just never bothered. Jeff says Ireland and Holland. I've been to Holland. That's a nice country. Went abseiling there. JT says Gibson did live live in Australia for a while. He was born in Australia.
Yeah, well, I think I can't remember. I think he was born in America and then moved here at a very early age, I think.
Ah.
And Julian can look that up for us.
Yeah. Tiff says, there's some beautiful scenery up here. Scotland is also very pretty.
Yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it, Mikey.
Yeah, man. JT says, I flew over Ireland and encountered turbulence. My next door neighbour's from Ireland. Nice guy.
Well.
Can't understand the word he says, but he's a nice guy. I can. He just speaks very fast. He's a bloody good worker as well. You want to see him sling a sledgehammer. Tiff says, Gibson was born in New York. There we go.
There you go.
Come on, Julian. She's doing your job for you, mate. She's on the ball. Is our modest. Jeff says, I'm out where corn and soybeans grow and lies of horse farms. Oh, I like the countryside. I hate cities. I avoid going to them if I can. I find them very claustrophobic and overstimulating and disorientating. It's like a city not far from us called Chester, and I've been there hundreds of times in my life because it's fairly close. And when I went there a few months ago, they'd rebuilt some of it, and I walked out of a car park that I've been in 100 times, and I didn't know where I was or which direction I needed to head, even though I'd been there loads of times, because it just looked completely different, and I couldn't see any landmarks that I normally use for reference, like shops and things, because it was just all coffee shops. Jeff says, damn spell check. Sorry, everyone. It's all right, mate. Don't worry. As long as we know what he's saying, that's all that matters. Tiff says, don't worry about it, Jeff. Jeff says, be right back. No problems. Jim says, funny thing, Gibson was voiced over, but all the rest of the cast spoke in their natural Aussie accents. There we go.
Was it actually called the Road Warrior over there, Jim, instead of Mad Max? Originally? And did they change it to be Mad Max the Road Warrior or something or other? I'm actually not sure.
Actually looks pretty good now as a radiator. JT says, interesting how Tina Turner did not have an Australian accent for Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Love how she said, ain't we a pair of raggedy men?
I should watch that again. I remember I didn't like it. I want to see if it's grown on me at all.
I didn't like it. It was crap, so I'm going to watch it again to see if I think any difference.
Goodbye, soldier.
What the hell was that?
That was Tina Turner.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, the accent was uncanny. I think anyone would have picked that.
I mean, it sounded more like Boy George to me or something. Like Boy George. JT says Tina Turner looks amazing. Paul Tanker says greetings, better late than never. Helen came over so we could say hi. Say see you later. Later.
Ah, very good, Paul.
I'm glad you got to see her. Jim says, I think I remember it was Mad Max first film, Road Warrior's second film.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think they did the same in the UK. It was Mad Max, but then it's like Mad Max to Road Warrior, Mad Max Thunderdome or whatever. JT says, John got me loving the Transylvania PL12 air truck. Lol.
Did you? Wow.
Oh, you asshole. Shut off.
All right. Sorry.
No,
I've been told to go everywhere. Oh, okay.
Somebody needs to knock him off that bloody bike. Teach him a lesson.
Well.
Not that I'm advocating violence. Just lesson teaching for youngsters. Either that or I hope the police come around and catch him. But one thing that annoys me, it's not just the fact that he's doing that, it's the fact that his parents aren't going, you shouldn't be doing that because you're going to get yourself in trouble. And you're being silly. Oh, sorry, I closed the windows.
How weird.
Sorry about that. They decided to drive it back onto the drive and sit there revving it. Because of course, they're wearing the compulsory balaclavas because they're solid. Idiots. Paul Tanker says, bit of piano wire would help, methinks. Yeah. Tie it from our fence to his. JT says, that plane was a symbol of Australia, a post-apocalyptic movie with references that are Australian. There we go.
Huh.
Bob says, not particularly mainstream Australian films. I remember Malcolm, bank robbing, flip-top bins, the Coca-Cola Kid, Beverage Wars.
Oh, okay. I remember Malcolm.
I remember Malcolm. He's a nice guy.
What's the other one that's really good? Death in Brunswick is a bloody good film.
Oh, that's the point. Did anyone watch Airfix and Chill last night? Malcolm was on it. With Moz. No? Okay.
No, that's a no from me.
Yeah. I forgot about it. Not least because I don't tend to watch Moz very often. I might watch it for a little bit, but I struggle to watch it for the full thing. JT says, Robert Coca-Cola Kid, remember that? Timmy says, Yepers, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, and Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome. Yeah. And he also says, Road Warrior is ace. JT says, who didn't want the car Mad Max had? That was cool.
Oh, that was my first car, actually. An XB Falcon, but mine did not look like that. Mine was a polo blue. In fact, look, I'll bring up a photo of it and show you.
Yeah,
show you all.
Patrick said, yes, I did. Oh, thing with Malcolm. Tim says, the Ayatollah of rock and roller. Is that where that comes from? I remember hearing it when I was younger. I couldn't remember where.
Right. So there we go. So this is not my car. This is just a generic one pulled from the interwebs. But that is, it's an XB, it's Ford Australia XB Falcon. This one's a 351 GT. So mine didn't have the bonnet scoops, didn't have the silver down the middle, but it did look very much like that. In fact, very much like that.
Cool.
And of course, if I just change it from a sedan to a GT, XB GT, search, that's pretty much Mad Max's car before they put all the crap on it.
Yeah.
But it is a bloody beautiful car. I mean, look at it. Oh, yeah, mine was very much like that without the silver. Bastard tried to kill me 7 times because it was not a great car. I think it was very American in design, leaf springs on the back and all that stuff. Would you believe I've put something on backwards?
Have you?
I have.
Ooh.
So looking at step 14, this is a differential housing. Right, so I've put that part and that part the wrong way around. Now, what would happen, because I've got this, the final drive shaft, it should plug into, that sort of round bit there, like that. But
yes.
It's going the wrong direction, and I've got what should be on the back on the front, so bloody hell. So it's sort of like that.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And you've already painted it.
Well, I'm not going to be able to get it off because it would have been glued.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so I'll just glue this as best I can and move on.
Yeah. JT says, John, did you have a Holden?
No. I'm more of a Ford man myself. But no, we had a Holden in the family. It was basically the first model Holden was a knockoff of a European car, an Opel. I think the Opel Commodore. Brother had an HQ Holden.
My first car was a Volkswagen Polo.
HQ Premier.
Most of my cars have been Vauxhalls. I've just got each time I've gone a slightly bigger Vauxhall.
Yeah, that was my brother Hoss's car. In fact, it was virtually identical to that. There's photos of us sort of crawling through, just fixing it up with my dad back in the 70s.
That long ago.
Oh yeah, it's a terrible car, really.
Apparently, my dad's first car was a Ford Capri. Him and his younger brother both had Ford Capris, but because his brother looked so much younger, my dad was fine driving his and had no problems. But his brother was getting pulled over by the police every week because they didn't think he was old enough to drive a Capri. JT says, heard they stopped making them.
Yeah, so all car manufacturing in Australia has stopped. There was at certain times Nissan, Datsun, same thing, Ford, Holden, Toyota, Mitsubishi that were Chrysler before that. They're all gone now. So I used to have Australian built. I had 7 cars. I think 6 of them have been Fords of one or another.
Mm-hmm.
My current car is an American one with a different badge. It's a Ford Edge, but we call it an Endura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim says, yeah, it's one of the Lord Humongous' titles.
Oh, Road Warrior?
Must be. JT says, I hear I'm in love with my car, John.
Good reference.
Bob says, The Time Traveller's Guide to Australia, very intriguing documentary by Robert Smith.
Dr. Robert Smith. I used to work with Dr. Robert Smith.
Bob says, I think that was the presenter. Julie says, been away. On my return, I hear Nodge say, would you believe I've put something on backwards? Yes, Nodge. Yes, I would. I believe it. Happens with every episode, at least once.
It does.
Tim says, JT, I had a Holden XF Commodore. That thing pulled. Ha
Huh.
Very good.
XF, Commodore. XF is a Falcon.
There we go. Extra. I thought it was extra fly.
Oh, okay.
JT says, my first car was the 81 Chevy Capri wagon. Ooh. Bob says, one of the worst cars I had was a Plymouth Barracuda, right-hand drive Australian export model that ended up in the UK.
Really?
The first car I ever drove was a Nissan Sunny.
Oh, well, it's, yeah. Depends on where. So they rename that in different parts of the world. In some countries, they call it the Datsun Shiite. But
yeah. There's my dad's, and he decided when I was like 12 that he was going to start teaching me how to drive.
Okay, so I'm going to have to cut that off because it does not fit that way around. Let's just shorten this.
Bob says, one of the worst cars I... Oh, I've just read that one. Paul says, another brilliant Oz movie, Spotswood.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
It's looking all right, I think.
I used to live not far from Spotswood. Point Cook.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to spell that wrong, would you? JT says, John, can you cut the end off the shaft and re-glue?
No, I'm just not going to. Let's see. It's a bend in the bastard. Let's try that again. Oh,
dear. Blimey, can't take him nowhere.
Terrible attention to detail.
I know. Shocking. That looks pretty good, actually. I just need to tidy up a few bits. JT says, thinking of the Heart song. Julie says, my first car was a lime green Austin Metro, Mini Metro, 1.3 automatic. I remember the minis. Surprisingly spacious considering the size. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. The wrong colour.
Okay.
Right.
That's better. So with a major modification, I cut that piece off, but yeah, it does fit now. So success.
So when we do these 4 different lives during the week.
Yeah.
One thing I do like is the fact that even though it's the same presenters, just like with some missing and some added, there's completely different vibes on each one.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Right. Alrighty.
These ones tend to be quieter, but with an extra bit of craziness and lots of technical stuff, which is cool. I like that.
Okay, first bit of photo etch now.
Stir.
Come on.
Right. Paul says, was a very good cat in the movie. Ooh. Wonderful. Tim says, right you are, John. Brain fart VX, not XF.
Very good.
I still say if it's Tim's car, then it should be XF for extra fly. Timmy is a pretty cool guy. Jim says, my first vehicle was a 1967 Buick GS 400.
Oh, let me Google that.
Big car, then.
Land yacht. GS.
When you found it, let us see, John.
Oh, wow. That looks a lot like, there we go. It looks a lot like our Holden Kingswoods.
That looks like a Pimp-mobile.
Yeah.
Jim was a pimp.
They look all right.
I can just picture Jim in his animal, in his furs and things, and gold chains, riding around in that.
What colour was yours, Jim? Julian says an Austin Mini Metro, Mikey. Different car.
Yeah. Yeah.
JT says before his first car, he had the 10 toes.
Yeah. I had a Volkswagen Polo, then Nissan Micra, then an MG Rover ZR, then a Vauxhall Corsa, then a Vauxhall Astra, then a Vauxhall Insignia, and now I've got a Vauxhall Grandland. Yeah. 10 toes. Paul says, oops, cast. And he says, regarding Spotswood.
Ah, yeah.
There you go. Right. I think that looks pretty good. So, we've got 5 minutes left.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, how far have you got now, John?
Okay, so I am, let's see, I have not done steps 20, which is building up the no, wrong. I've built up the radiator, haven't attached it onto the frame yet, haven't put the firewall on, but I am finishing up. I've got 2 photo etch straps to put on and finish step 26.
Right, so if we get up to do everything up to step 26 for next week, that'll be about right then, wouldn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I'll be happy with that.
Cool. Where are we? JT says a car named Corset. No, Corsa. Charlie Oscar Romeo Sierra Alpha. Patrick says, being 6'5", I don't fit in small cars very well. No.
6'5", wow.
I have this idea that Malcolm Charles probably drives something like a Mini Cooper or something. JT says, lol. Jim says, John Marley, my Buick was a combination of electric blue and primer. It was a wheeled when I bought it in 1987.
Well, there you go. So, electric blue, more like that color?
Wow.
That's a Buick Skylark. But, yeah, probably that's what's coming up in the Google search. It's a nice looking car.
Yeah.
Bad to the Bone sort of playing in my head right now.
I can just picture Jim with low rider suspension on his car and everything. JT said, Patrick, tall power, 6'9". Bloody hell.
Wow.
That'd make you feel small, John.
It does. Yeah, I'm 6 foot. Yeah.
Malcolm Charles is 6'7", isn't he?
Yeah, he's more machine than man.
Yeah. I'm only little. I'm only 5'11".
Okay, this is coming together pretty well. I mean, considering so the drive line's now complete. I'm just about finished. There's a couple of bits to go on, but the chassis itself. So next week we'll be putting together the wheels and all that, working on the front end, getting all that done. But yeah,
we've got 20 people watching still for some reason, and 17 likes, so we've not done too bad today. Paul Tanker says, see you later, guys. Wink, wink. JT says, thanks for today. Funny how I understood the accents differently. Yeah.
I don't have an accent.
Jim says mine had the vinyl top.
Ah.
Tiff says I'm 5'5.5".
She said it just like that. Yeah.
Yeah. JT says Jim 68 Cougar had a vinyl top.
All right.
Jim says possible meeting of the Giants. Malcolm, JT, Patrick, Clark could all do a live stream standing up. Yeah, could you imagine that at Scale Model World?
Yeah. It'd be funny because like some of the other halls would be empty because of the gravitational pull. Everyone's sort of being sucked towards Malcolm. Towards Malcolm.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So we've got the Corporals Club live stream tomorrow, 12 till 2. So that should be fun. Got a couple of things to talk about and a little silliness to do, play with. And then we're back on Thursday for normal live streams for the SAS Jeep build. Yeah. So that'll be fun, 12 till 2. Don't forget, we've got Gary Evans' live stream, or Gary Stuff, tonight at 8 p.m, where I will be doing the moderating for him. Well, he'll have Nick's Conundrum, where if you guess the subject, the size, and the manufacturer of the kit that's a mystery kit, then you can win your own mystery box off Mystery Box Nick. So that's always fun. So yeah, that's 8 o'clock tonight over on Gary Stuff. Yeah, Hulvar for now, I suppose.
Hooroo.
Hulvar. Oh,